Hey everyone, welcome back to another What's in My Bag field trips. Today I'm headed up to the summit, or the highest summit in my town. It's called SHIROUMA-DAKE. I'm gonna stay at a place called Hakuba. And usually it's a really nice sunset up there. And we've just had a terrible weather for basically the last month and a half. And today and tomorrow is probably the best overnight alpine weather window that I've seen in the last month and a half. So bit of a last minute trip. I've got a Action X50. I've got a large mirrorless core unit inside. We'll go through what's in it later, but for now I am just gonna get onto this gondola and I'll start hiking again once this gondola's over. I live in a very beautiful town, but all the hiking trails into the Alpine are punishing. They all start with steep climbs, and it's really unfortunate because I find it's much nicer to start with a gentle climb and leave the tough stuff for the second half. But all trails around here, they all start going uphill, and this one is no exception. All right, that first steep section is over. After this flat section here, we're gonna hit another steep section. That one's a little more tricky. I don't know if it's gonna be as cloudy as it is here, but it's these huge boulders and it's a really big ascent. It's not so much a big deal going up, but coming down that field, if your legs are tired, it hurts quite a bit. But that's a problem for tomorrow. While I'm here though, and on these relative flats and easy to walk boards, I just want to explain something about strap keepers. There's some on the side panel seam for the side panel compression straps. There's some elastic ones on the sternum strap, on the lowers of the shoulder straps. And up top here, which is specifically the one I wanted to get into, is the load lifter strap. Now this particular load lifter strap is really long, and that's because I've been using this original early production version, actually a pre-production version, one of the final prototypes that I have, which is for the most part the same, except one of the differences, it has extra long load lifter straps. And the production ones, the load lifter strap comes to about right here. Now you see this cross webbing here? You can just tuck your load lifter strap into the perpendicular webbing and that'll keep it in place. So you can just see, you can just tuck it in. You take the black TPU tab, push it down, just pull it out like that. Now on your pack, it's probably gonna sit more about right in that position.
Jagged metronome of typewriter keys. A simple thought brings you to me, and I'm thankful every day. I'm so glad I found you the old-fashioned way.
As you can see on our left, we have Hakuba OIKE. Also, by no coincidence, Hakuba-dake is the peak that I'm headed to today. And of course, this is on the way. And Hakuba is the town I live in. You can see there's a hut, or I guess it's more of a lodge, but quite a big accommodation down there at the foot of the lake. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to grab some hot soup there, take a little break, and mostly I just want to get my shirt and my body temperature a little more neutral here, because after this, it's already chilly now, but after this I'll start getting into some more exposed alpine, and the less damp my shirt is, the better. Now you can let me know in the comments below if this is disgusting or not, but you can see right here in my belt pocket I've got some sliced roast chicken breast, a little bit of protein, and I'm gonna throw that in my cup noodle. Holy shit.
My mind moves too fast for my head. I need to tell you this while I still can.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. If you were wondering what to do with your Shimoda cardboard box when you receive a shipment from us, don't forget that just like that guy, you can also use that for a backpack. So we have a really good view here of the trail, as you can see how it winds up. This is our last punch. This big hunk of rock is SHIROUMA-DAKE. That is your summit. Someone has left me some beer money. Perfect. So as we can see right here, we're at 2,932 meters, Mount Shirouma-DAKE. Coincidentally, that is the license plate number of my station wagon. Intentionally, actually. So it is time to check the photo pills and get a read on the sunset and what time. We're looking at about 6 o'clock, 5:57, and just on top of that summit, which is Outerwear. Bless you. Rightio, so I think I'm gonna take a couple of images right now. The view down there is pretty amazing. I'm gonna throw myself in the image because just along that ridge there, I just saw someone walk down there, and it was a really nice nice foreground to have a person in it, and it really gave some size perspective to the peak in the back, which is Shikushi. Now for the folks at home, I am shooting with a A7 24-70 mounted. If I don't get the crop I want to with this lens and that distance, I'll switch to my 70-200. While we are here, let's just take a look and see what I have in my backpack. I have a 70-200. I've got two remotes. I got a DJI controller. I got a DJI drone. I've got my ultra wide here. I've got backup battery here, and right here I did have GoPro stashed, and of course my camera body set up here, orientated for side access. So I am definitely going to switch out my lens to 70-200. So it turns out this view here is insanely beautiful. I had to actually skip dinner because dinner's actually starting right now. I just didn't want to have to deal with it and panic when the light gets good. What I've done is usually you have the option to get a breakfast bento. So I've taken that bento and I will eat that for dinner. And then they gave me a bunch of other food, just kind of snack bars, a couple of other kind of healthy mountain food. And I've already eaten half of that, but I'll save the rest for breakfast. Because clearly I think I've made the right decision. Wow, it's just so nice. I might just hang out a bit tonight because, like I said earlier, you know, it's been a month and a half since at least I've been in the Alpine, and the weather just hasn't been cooperating. And this is kind of my favorite time post photography, and just when I know everything is done and I can just chill out and enjoy the atmosphere. I don't know what it is, but when the sun's down, I always feel like I'm in space, and it's just a really good feeling. I love it. If you look down there, pretty much this is the edge of the cliff, and the only reason I'm not in the edge of the cliff is because there's bush here and I'm basically at the edge, but my tripod leg is in the bush, which is technically over the ridge. But I'm struggling here because this bush is my foreground and obviously the mountain is my background. But as you can see here, it's a bit rocky here. It looks like there's an old path there, so I don't really want that in the image. So I'm kind of balancing, you know, over the edge of the cliff here. Well, it's been a fun little session here. I think I am gonna call it though. Just took a few more photos back there, just kind of silly ones, but it's so beautiful. Well, I was just heading back in from grabbing my dinner, and this reflection off the windows of the dining room here is just nice background with SHIROUMA-DAKE back there, and everyone loves a good reflection shot. So that's what I did, and I think that will officially wrap up my night of taking photos, and it's time to go eat dinner. morning, good morning, good morning. We've been hiking for a little bit now. It has been a spectacular hike. I wish cameras could pick up just how beautiful the hike has been. The light is definitely coming up. I'm headed kind of in that far hill in the back, which might take me a little while still, but it's been a spectacular morning, especially when it was dark, and the only thing you could see was the silhouettes and this ocean of clouds, which looks really thick today. We'll see how long it lasts, but it looks beautiful. So this is basically what I've chosen to do today. It does add another couple of hours to my hike back, which I'm guaranteeing that I will not appreciate, because downhill hiking, not a fan of it. Big hill to climb. When you're racing the clock, just having to slow down, do a time check can really kill precious seconds. Prime situation where this phone pocket makes the effort quick and simple. For what it's worth, it's 5:28. Oh, I'm not entirely sure how successful I've been. I wish I was here 20 minutes earlier, but definitely just been kind of power hiking up while turning back every kind of ledge, ideal place to stop, and then shooting back at the mountain. Passed one fellow. Hopefully I got a good picture of him. He's down there in the saddle right now hiking. Gotta keep moving. Got a dry mouth, but I'm gonna keep moving up here. I'm gonna head up to the top of Yari, and on the way back I'll head up the top of Shikushi, the one I've been focused on most of this trip. And then of course I'll have to go back over SHIROUMA-DAKE to get back home. So those are Hakuba's, the famous 3 peaks here. And just any time you get to do it all in the day, it's a good thing. So that will help me feel better about missing the hour. Ohayou. Kind of just goes straight up. Oh. Oh yeah. I think we're here. Oh yeah, we're here. We are here. Oh, are we ever here? like to sit and chill out, enjoy the view, but it's really chilly. I think I need to keep moving. One other thing you might have noticed is that I've been doing water bottle access on the side here and not taking my pack off, just kind of reaching around and dropping it in. You can do this with one hand and 2 fingers, and just kind of use your finger to grip the loop and then push down with your thumb on the actual toggle part, and that'll seal it up a bit. But the key here to make this work smoothly and easily is to have a smaller water bottle. So these 2 bottles I have today are 750 milliliters, and that just makes it easier to get them in. Now I also have a 1000 millimeter Nalgene bottle, but that's a little trickier to get in because the diameter of the actual bottle is a little wider. Bringing 2 750s is more water than my 1000 milliliter Nalgene, and also it lets me break the bottles up, so I have the weight spread out a bit more. And also with this also fit in here, so if I'm in a situation where I want my water bottle right here, I can just put it here as well. As it turns out, I'm too early for coffee, so I'm gonna settle for a Coke. I don't usually drink these, but I need some caffeine. Alrighty, I've just finished my last of the 3 Hakuba peaks, SHIROUMA-DAKE just behind me, and now I begin my 11-kilometer descent. According to the GPS, that little morning sidebar was about 9 kilometers total, so I guess by the time everything's said and done, today will be 20, yesterday was 11, 31K. I think I'm just gonna take it easy, let my legs rest a little on the way down. I know that once I get back to where the vegetation is a bit more dense, that part's gonna be tough on the legs, so I'm just gonna cruise the Alpine Ridge. We've dropped quite a bit of elevation. We are back in the clouds, in the fog, whatever you want to call it. A little cooler down here too. Starting to get a little hard on the legs and the ankles. Walking on a whole bunch of little loose rocks here. Anyways, I'm gonna grab a snack. One of my new favorites, Mana Double Lemon. You Itadakimasu. I'm legitimately tired. One thing I didn't mention was the days before this, I did just over 300 kilometers and 3,000 meters of climbing on my bicycle. And then next day, well, that was over 3 days, and then the next day I came up here. I'm starting to feel it. I mean, what kind of trail is this, you know? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, oh, Jesus. Oh. It's pretty close, but I really thought I was closer. Another 10 minutes, I guess. Oh, and I'll get an ice cream. So it's 1:10 p.m. Started at about 4 this morning. Looking back on today's mission, total distance 19 kilometers. Elevation gain was 838 meters, and moving time was 6 hours and 2 minutes. So yeah, so today and yesterday, 19 and 12 and change. So we're at about 31 kilometers round trip with just over 2,000 meters climbing. Not bad, not bad.